Hello everybody and welcome back to Moments with Adanna. Thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I feel overwhelmed and I'm so grateful. Please continue to subscribe, like and comment. So today's video is due to high demand. I've been getting some messages since I did my video on secondary school applications. So parents are asking about grammar schools as well. So I'm going to get right into it, yeah? So guys, if you're thinking about grammar schools for your child, and obviously this is a time when your child probably maybe 7, 8, you're thinking about you want your child to go to a grammar school, the number one thing you need to do is do your research. Look at the area you live in, the borough, and see how many grammar schools you have in your area. There are currently 19 grammar schools in London and there's about 163 grammar schools in the whole of UK, but I'm going to focus on London because that's what I know more about. So there's 19 grammar schools in London, and most of the grammar schools, I think the area that has the most grammar schools is Bexley and Kent. That area has the highest amount of grammar schools in it. And you have grammar schools also in Sutton, you have grammar schools in Kingston, you have grammar schools in Kent. So like I said, so it's Kent, Kingston, Bexley Heath. Those are the main areas in terms of London where they have main grammar schools, yeah? So that's the first thing you need to do. So do your research, look at where you live. You're able to, your child able to get to the grammar schools, you know, in terms of the distance. So that's quite important. You don't want your child travelling hours and hours. You need to think about safety as well. You don't want your child travelling, especially in the winter, it gets quite dark. So do your research in that term. And after you've done your research, you get, okay, you've got grammar schools, your child can get to that school on time, your child can get back home on time safely. Then you need to think about preparing your child for that grammar school. So first of all, what I did with my boys, I just started, me and my husband, we started talking to them about the grammar schools. We started thinking, you know, talking to them about it, hearing their thoughts, what they felt about it, and what were their views. You just sort of start putting it in their mind. What do they think about going to a grammar school? You know, and letting them understand what a grammar school is. So once your child is obviously up to it and he feels, okay, yes, he would like to do it, he would like to, you know, go to a grammar school, then you continue the preparation. What I would say you do preparing your child is start doing things like buying books. Let them start doing tests at home. Start doing little tests at home with them. My husband did a lot of this. I didn't do much because I was heavily pregnant when my boys did their exams, so my husband did quite a lot of this. So you buy books. I'm going to show you guys the books that I used for James and Joshua for my boys, yeah? I started off with the Bond books. Let me show you guys. This was the first book that we started. We started Bond books with them. So we would do like, so we have like from when they were like from year 4, year 5, year 4. So we started the 9 to 10 years old Bond books. Then we went on to 10 to 11, obviously, and then, yeah, so do the Bond books. So just let them do tests at home. It's called verbal reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, maths and English. So those are the main subjects that the grammar school do exams on. Verbal reasoning, non-verbal reasoning, maths and English, yeah? Those subjects. And also let your child do some essay writing at home as well. Just let them get into the habit of doing essays and just letting them know their punctuality, the grammar, all of those sort of things. So let them do essay writing. So start with the Bond books first, yeah? I'm going to try and see if I can put like the link or so you guys can just click and know where to get these. All of these things can be bought on Amazon very easily. I wouldn't say buy a first brand new one. Buy second-hand Bond books because your child is only going to use it for a set period. You don't need to start spending loads of money on it. So these things can be bought on Amazon. Buy second-hand ones. That's what I do. Yeah. So the preparation starts with the Bond books, and then after that, I would say when they got to like year 5, we started doing more like tests focused at home. Like, let me show you the books that we use. We also use CGP. So this is the CGP books that we use. These CGP are good because they're very, very focused, very close to the exams that your children will do at the grammar centre anyway, at the grammar schools. It's very close. So these are, we bought these, CGP, yeah? So the main thing around the grammar schools, I think the main thing that takes time is the preparation. The preparation is quite intense, it's quite a lot to do with your child. But I also think you have to be careful. You don't want to push your child so much that they get so overwhelmed and then they just don't want to do it anymore. So take it slowly. I would say, like, get your child to do some tests, even if it's half an hour to 1 hour every day of a bond assessment. Just let them get into the habit, let them get used to it, let them get used to the technique. Because in terms of the grammar schools, I think every child has the ability to pass. That's what I personally think. I think it's just them understanding the technique, understanding that, you know, some exams are very time focused, so letting them understand that they have to be quite fast in answering the questions. What else again? So the technique, you know, just letting them know the kind of style it is. And then another thing that in terms of preparing your child, I would say think about getting them like a tutor, or maybe even let them go to like a tuition center. We made our children go to a tuition center because we struggled to find a tutor for our boys. Our boys never had a tutor, like a long-term tutor. I mean, be careful, guys. Parents, be careful when it comes to tutor, because a lot of tutors will say, oh, I know about 11 plus, but they don't know. They might be good at maths and English, but 11 plus exam is very sort of, there's a way that they do it. So you have to know that this is the 11 plus exam. So you want your child, so make sure you get a tutor that knows about 11 plus exams. I'm gonna give I'll leave the link of the tutor that my husband and I use for our boys. It was a tuition centre actually called Geek School, and I personally think she's absolutely amazing. She was the one that really helped us, because we found her in March and our boys did the 11 plus exams in October. So think about it, we only had a few months and our boys still passed. They still passed the exams. I feel like our children are quite bright anyway, but I feel like just letting her helping us for them to know the technique, to understand, you know, the intensity of the exam, and just letting them be more confident and knowing the style of things, the grammar, you know, the verbal reason, non-verbal, all of that. It was really helpful. So that's another thing. And I would say the final thing to do is just making sure that you know the dates of the exams. I can't say the exam dates now because things have changed because of all this COVID-19. I don't know. I don't want to say the times. I don't want to say the dates. All the times and dates are changing. So I would say just go online, check, call the schools, let them find out when is the exam, find out, you know, if they postponed it. And remember, when you're applying for the grammar schools, it's exactly the same time you apply for it's the same website, so you use the same .gov according to your borough. You apply for the schools, you apply for it through the state school. The grammar schools are still state schools, yeah? Just that they're just selective, so your child has to pass the exam to be eligible for a place. And these exams can be quite intense, and these exams are very competitive. Listen, guys. When I took my boys to the exams and I saw how many parents were lined up, how many children were there waiting to do the exam, I was like, wow, this is really competitive. It's like really competitive. So make sure, guys, on the day your children has the exam, make sure they feel relaxed, make sure they feel comfortable, encourage them, prophesy into them, speak into their life, pray for them, let them feel relaxed and comfortable, let them know that they've got this exam, let them believe that they're going to pass the exam with flying colours. So encourage them, guys, let them feel relaxed, okay, the day that they do the exam. And don't let them feel intimidated by anybody they go there. They might see 500 or 300 children. Just let them know that they've got the exam, that they're best, they're intelligent, okay? So guys, I'm going to run through it quickly. So in terms of preparing your child for an 11 plus exam, the first thing is do your research about the area where you live, yeah? If you live in Kent, if you live in, just do your research, the area of the grammar schools, and if your child is able to go there. Then you prepare your child by using the books. Buy all these books, bond books, CGP books, buy those books, prepare your child, yeah? Think about maybe getting them a tutor to support you and your child at home. A tutor that's 11 plus focus, a tutor that knows their stuff about 11 plus. So get a tutor, make sure the tutor, maybe you can get a tutor that's been recommended by someone that's used them before, someone that can tell you, yes, this tutor helped my child pass the 11 plus exam. So get a tutor. And third and final is make sure you get the dates when your child is going to go for the exam. Let your child go for more than one grammar school exam. Let them have a feel. Maybe let them go for like maybe 3 grammar schools, maybe Kent, Bexleyheath, Sutton or Kingston. But let them have a feel of different exams, so when they go to the final that you want them, then you know they're going to pass and they're already used to it. Okay? I hope this video was helpful. Please, if there's anything you want me to go through and I didn't go through it, please just ask me and I'm happy to answer. Yeah? Alright guys, please subscribe. Moments of Adana. Thank you and bye.